y'all, I'm Cora Wyent. I lead the research team at Rewiring America. We are here at my home in sunny Los Angeles, California, and today we're gonna go check out some electric appliances. You wanna come see? All right, so here we are in my kitchen, and I wanna show you my induction stove. So the story behind my electrification journey is actually that all of my gas appliances died at once in the fall of last year. And my wife thought I was tampering with the gas appliances, but I swear I wasn't. It just happened that way. So our gas oven died and we got an induction stove, and it's been amazing so far. It's easy to clean, it boils water really quickly, and the temperature control is amazing. You can change the temperature and you can literally watch the boil amount change in whatever you're cooking. And then probably most importantly to us is that we're expecting a baby in about 2 months, and gas stoves are really bad for indoor air quality. And there have been studies that show that childhood asthma can increase up to 42% when a kid grows up in a home with a gas stove. So induction was also really important to us from a health perspective. So that's our induction stove. We actually got just the cheapest model that you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, and it works amazingly. So even though induction is a really cool and fancy technology, you don't have to get a super expensive appliance for it to really work well and be something that you'll enjoy a lot. And one thing that we don't have yet that we really want to do is put solar panels on our roof, because solar really makes everything else more affordable when you're electrifying, but we haven't gotten around to that one yet. So here we are in the garage. And the first thing that I want to show you is right over here. It's our EV charger. So we've got that here. My wife actually has the EV because she commutes a lot for work. But actually before we did this video today, I calculated how much money we save by driving an EV and charging it at home rather than filling up at the pump every time we have to charge. And it turns out that it's saved us about $1,700 a year, which is pretty amazing. Almost $2,000 of saving by switching to an EV each year. So that's awesome. We love our EV. Next, we're gonna head over here and check out our electric lawn equipment. So we've got the electric lawnmower here below the stroller. Stroller's not electrified yet. We'll still be pushing that manually. We've got our electric blower up here. I got both of these on, I think, Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace as a bundle. They both use the same battery, which is awesome. And one thing I love about them, in addition to them not burning any gas, is that they're really quiet too. So, you know, I can blow leaves on a Sunday morning and not really worry about bothering my neighbors. Awesome. So next up, we've got our electric dryer here. And you'll see in the back here that I've got this big 240 volt outlet. So since our home was pretty much completely gas before we got it, we had to run new circuits for a lot of our electric appliances, and this was one of them. So knowing what you need to do on that electrical work is really important before you get started. And then last up in the corner here, we still have a gas-powered water heater. So our strategy has really been to electrify things when they die, when we're at that point of making a choice about how we want to replace it. And I think that's a really great thing to do. You don't need to do this all at once. It can be overwhelming, it can be expensive to do it all at once, but it's really about just knowing what to do and making sure that you have a plan for when that next appliance dies. So we're gonna go out this way. And as I said, all of our gas appliances died at once last year, including our gas furnace. So we decided to upgrade to a heat pump, and that was probably the hardest decision because it is pretty expensive up front to get a heat pump in a lot of places right now. But one thing that made the decision easier for us is that a heat pump replaces both your furnace and your air conditioner, and our air conditioner was getting old anyways, so we knew that we would have to replace that at some point. So when we compared the cost of the heat pump to a cost of a furnace plus an AC, it actually wasn't all that much different. So there's my heat pump. It's up on the roof up there. There's a weird thing in SoCal where everyone's HVAC systems are on their roofs, so that's where it is. It's a variable speed heat pump, which means it can really finely modulate basically how much heat or how much cold air it's putting out, and that keeps your home at a more comfortable temperature, and it's also more efficient. So You might hear my cat meowing in the background back there. He also is a big fan of heat pumps. So at Rewiring America, part of my job is to figure out how much people can expect to save when they electrify, or how much their emissions will go down. And when we ran the numbers for homes like mine in Los Angeles, we found out that the savings are about $250 a year from switching to a heat pump, which is pretty great too. So heat pumps up there, amazing technology. We absolutely love it. Through all these heat waves and SoCal this past summer, it's kept us nice and cool, even as our neighbors have been saying that their ACs have been struggling to keep up with the heat. So that's our heat pump. All right, so one more thing I forgot to talk about, and that's insulation. So we did re-insulate our attic. It's not like a fancy schmancy technology. It's just simple. It's insulating your home. It makes your home more comfortable. And it's something that pairs really well with getting a heat pump, and it allows you to save money all around. So I definitely recommend insulation. It can be a great way to prepare your home for electrification, and you can do it at any time. That concludes our tour for today. Thanks for hanging out with me and with Cat Dog. It's really nice to have you here. So if you have any questions about any of this, like how a heat pump works, how to get your rebates and tax credits, check out homes.rewiringamerica.org. We're trying to be as helpful as possible to folks like me who are going on their electrification journeys. And thanks so much for watching.